Age 50, the body's mutiny point? Because at some point, your cells stop negotiating and start filing for early retirement. For decades, turning 50 has carried a sort of mythic weight, half a century, the official gateway to middle age, and a popular milestone for colonoscopies, AARP mailers, and dubious black balloon birthday parties. But new research suggests that 50 isn't just symbolic. It might actually be biological, a pivotal turning point, a cellular mutiny. In one of the most revealing longevity studies to date, scientists found that around age 50, the human body undergoes a sharp inflection point, a molecular shift where dozens of proteins, especially those linked to inflammation, immune decline, and chronic disease, suddenly surge in the bloodstream. Not gradually, not politely, but abruptly, as if your internal systems collectively decide, we've done our part. Good luck out there. This isn't aging as a slow fade. It's aging as a biological phase transition, a clear line where the body moves from maintenance to decline, from proactive repair to reactive crisis management, from we've got this to you're on your own. Gerontologists have long suspected that aging doesn't proceed in a straight line, but this study, which tracked thousands of individuals' protein profiles over time, shows just how abrupt and coordinated that transition might be. According to Dr. Morgan Levine, a leading researcher in biological aging, around midlife, we see a tipping point where repair systems begin to lose ground. You still look okay, but internally, your resilience is dropping off a cliff. One of the most telling signs is the sudden appearance of pro-inflammatory proteins, molecular messengers that trigger the body's immune system to stay on high alert. In youth, this is helpful. Inflammation is how we fight infections and heal injuries. But by 50, those proteins are increasingly active without cause, creating a state known as inflammaging. It's a low-grade, chronic simmer of internal chaos that doesn't go away, and it quietly damages tissues, ages arteries, weakens cognition, and accelerates everything from diabetes to dementia. Other proteins in the age 50 spike are associated with vascular remodeling, cellular senescence, and immune exhaustion. Translation? Your blood vessels are stiffening. Your cells are entering zombie mode. And your immune cells are so overworked that they start forgetting how to respond to real threats. It's not just wear and tear. It's system-wide recalibration. Your liver becomes less efficient at detoxifying. Your muscle repair slows. Hormones like DHEA and testosterone taper off. Even your skin's ability to regenerate fades, not because of sun damage alone, but because your cells are following new instructions. Conserve energy, reduce risk, stop overextending. Biologically, you're entering a new playbook, and the plays are more defensive, less hopeful. This internal shift may explain why chronic diseases often begin to snowball after 50. You don't just get older. You become more vulnerable because your internal systems are no longer operating with the same margin of safety. The healing buffer shrinks. The backup systems lag. What was once a routine injury or stressor now becomes a destabilizing event. But here's the key. The inflection point is not a sentence. It's a signal. Knowing that this surge happens gives us an opportunity to prepare or even delay the onset. Gerontologists emphasize that interventions in your 30s and 40s, diet, exercise, sleep, stress control, gut health, don't just make you feel better now. They fortify your systems so that when this molecular shift hits, your body has the reserves to weather it. Dr. Nir Barzilai, a leading researcher in longevity and the biology of aging, calls this the critical buffering decade. If you enter your 50s with healthy metabolic function, low inflammation, and robust muscle mass, he notes, you can slow the consequences of this inflection and maintain high performance well into old age. In fact, some people show no proteomic surge at 50. Their internal age holds steady. Their repair mechanisms keep humming. The mutiny doesn't come, or it's so weak, the captain barely notices.
Why?
Likely because of decades of low-grade, consistent care, walking every day, eating more plants than plastics, getting 7+ hours of sleep, and avoiding chronic stress the way you'd avoid an open elevator shaft. So yes, age 50 may be the body's mutiny point. But it's not the end of the ship. It's the point where the crew starts questioning your leadership. And if you've earned their loyalty by living well, feeding them wisely, letting them rest, they might just keep rowing. Quietly. Faithfully. for years to come.